Hello, intrepid React Native learner. Welcome back to section 2. We're going to be working on the RelaxationStation app, and it's going to be great. So we're not going to waste any time getting down to business. In this section, we're going to take a look at a lot of different points that are going to give us a great foundation. First, we're going to start our new React Native project, and we're going to initialize it at the command line. Then we're going to create a bunch of new and different UI components, and we're going to style them. Views, texts, images, buttons. And we're going to set it up so that we can instantly see what we're doing as we write our code. We're also going to talk about passing data down to all of our components via props, and we're going to learn what prop types are and how to use them. We're going to implement a basic navigation structure using the navigator component, and we're also going to talk about the right way to store stateful data within an app using state and its methods. Finally, we're going to add some attractive and useful animations that improves the user interaction and experience in our applications. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started in the first video. It's time to start developing our first full React Native application, and we're going to call it RelaxationStation. In this video, we'll take a look at how to initialize our new RelaxationStation project and get it set up and going. We're going to change a few of the basic on-screen elements just to show how the process works. And then we're going to turn on and talk about using hot reloading as we're developing the app. To give you a preview of what the app will look like when we're finished with it at the end of this section, here it is. We're going to click through and we're going to have a few different quotes that bring a little more zen into our lives. Now, as we've talked about before, every React Native application starts with command line tools as a way to initialize the application. So let's do that now for our new RelaxationStation app. We're going to go into our code directory, and we're going to run React Native init and then the name of the application, so RelaxationStation. It'll pull down the necessary modules and packages from npm, and this will take a little while, so we'll time travel through it. And now it's finished up, so we can take a look at the code that it's generated. We'll go into the directory that it made, so RelaxationStation, and open it in Sublime Text. Here on the left, we see a lot of the files that we investigated in our last section, including the Android and iOS folders for the native applications, node modules for packages that are pulled down, and a lot of other configuration files that are necessary for the running of the app. We also have the index.ios.js and the index.android.js files, which we've compared before and noted that they're almost identical save for a few text changes about how to operate the application. Now let's run our application. Go back to a terminal window and go into the directory of the application and run React Native run iOS. We'll show Android in just a second. After just a bit of time, the application will compile itself and you'll end up with two new windows, a new terminal window that has the assets for JavaScript being compiled and served, and another window that's the simulator for the iPhone. We can also get this to run on Android as well. We'll go to Terminal, open a new tab to start our Android emulator, and then switch back to our previous tab with the folder for our application and run React Native run Android. Looks great. Now, to keep things simple, we're going to be operating primarily using the iPhone simulator going forward until we show some Android-specific aspects. Now, let me show you some of the power of React Native for mobile development. To do so, let's make a very small change and see how it gets reflected. Open index.ios.js and find line 20 where it says Welcome to React Native, and let's change it to say Welcome to my app. I'm going to save the file, go to my simulator, and press Command R. That reloads the application, and wouldn't you know it, Welcome to my app is now displayed. No recompiling necessary, just a simple reload. That's pretty cool. What else can we do? Let's change the background color as well. Coming back to the code, I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the file, and where it says background color, I'm going to highlight that, and let's change it to something else. Let's try FEE1CB. Save, switch to my simulator, press Command R. Nice orange instead of a nice blue. Ta-da, looks good. Now we can do this switching back and forth all day long. Edit, switch, reload, edit, switch, reload. But it's even easier if we use what's called hot reloading. You'll note that there's an instruction here to open up the dev menu by pressing Command D. Or on Android, we can press the menu button or shake it. So if we press Command D, it opens up an action sheet And we have a lot of options. The one we want to try right now is enable hot reloading. If I tap that, it's going to reload the application. And now anytime I make and save a change in a file, it will automatically reload that file on the fly. So let's change that background one more time. Instead of the new color, let's try 161737. Save it. Didn't have to switch back. Oh wow, now it's deep purple. Let's change the instructions color so that we can actually read that. So on line 48, let's try db. Save that. Okay, now I can start to read my instructions a little bit better. And now let's make the welcome text pop a little bit more by making it white. So kind of like CSS, we're going to add color and save. And there you go. Hot reloading makes it super easy to make changes and immediately see the effects inside of the application. With our first step underway, we're going to take some time in our next video to review some React and React Native basics, talking about code structures and organization.